In what was an astounding revelation, Prime Minister Dr. Ralph Gonsalves of St. Vincent and the Grenadines wrote what should have been a confidential letter to current head of the ECCU Monetary Council, Prime Minister Gaston Browne, requesting action relating to a multi-million-dollar official residence being constructed in Beacon Heights, St. Kitts for the governor of the Eastern Caribbean Central Bank. Media houses and reporters in the ECCU member countries received an email copy of the letter late on 4th March, with the subject matter being a veritable palace for the ECCB governor. According to Prime Minister Gonsalves, the residence costing at least $22 million is, quote, an absolute scandal, unquote, and represents, quote, an appalling lack of judgment, end quote. The Prime Minister said that he was informed of the residence by his Minister of Finance. PM Gonsalves questioned the lack of transparency by the ECCB governor and the effectiveness of internal oversight mechanisms and the role of the ECCB Board of Directors and ECCU Monetary Council. The Vincentian leader criticized the ECCB governor, writing that, quote, the responsibility for this over-the-top, unacceptable extravagance rests at the feet of the governor, end quote. According to Gonsalves, the situation invites disciplinary action because of the lack of sensitivity and prudence. He wrote, quote, the member countries of the ECCU surely cannot countenance an expenditure of at least $22 million on a 10,000 square foot mansion of veritable palace proportions, especially at a time when the people of the region are facing huge economic challenges, inclusive of rising food prices and the haunting specter of increased poverty or immiseration. I am advised that the palace project is so far advanced that it has to be completed, but it ought never to have come to this, end quote. Prime Minister Gonsalves continued in his letter that the cost of upkeep and staffing for this grand but ill-conceived residence, he said, for the governor is likely to be significant if not excessive. The poor and working people of our region are called upon to foot the bill. Gonsalves proposed that the Monetary Council gives consideration to the selling of the property to the government of St. Kitts and Nevis, suggesting in one case that it could be used for an exclusive tourism accommodation. Gonsalves wrote that the ECCB governor must now consider whether or not his continued occupancy of his office is tenable in all the circumstances. The Vincentian Prime Minister said he was unable to defend what he termed, quote, this wholly indefensible project, the governor's palace, end quote. Glenn Barth reporting for SK Newsline.